Welcome to the Goodwin log pond, or more properly, the mill pond. I think a lot of people have heard that term mill pond before to refer to a body of water where you store logs, and that's what this is all about, the storage of timber. Our mill pond is full of water. It's about 14 feet deep. There's between 6 and 650 longleaf pine logs in our pond. Most of them came out of Florida's Swanee River. Most of them have axe cut ends, and they're all between 200 and 500 years old when they were harvested. Now, this isn't unique to us, though it's fairly unique today. If you'd have walked into a mill in Florida like ours in the 1870s, the 1880s, you would have found a pond just like this. It's the easiest way to store timber. It's the easiest way to manipulate it and move it around once you have possession of it. It's the easiest way to preserve it. If you'd have been next to a mill pond like this, in one of those mills, you would have found the saw housing and the saw rigging right next to the mill. The logs would have gone right out of the pond and right up into the saw works. So the primary purpose for storing these logs in the mill pond is to preserve them. If we were to lay out these logs all underneath the hot Florida sun, they'd start to crack up on us, and we want to avoid that. What we want to do is pull these logs out of the pond, power wash them to remove any sediment and algae, get them up on the saw rig, saw them into lumber, and then get that lumber into our dry kiln where we can dry kiln the lumber down to the proper moisture content, about 9%. Now, one of the first questions that folks ask when they visit the mill pond for the first time is, how long do you have to dry these logs before you can put them on the saw rig and saw them into lumber? And the simple answer to that is we don't. We don't have to wait any time at all. When a longleaf pine tree is growing in the forest, it's at its fiber saturation point where it stands. And that's at about 25% moisture content. So when the logs come into the log pond, they're not taking on any moisture, they're not taking on any water. Their hearts are so full of oleoresin, that organic extractive that longleaf pine produces, that it's constantly keeping water at bay. There's simply no room in the cellular structure of the log for water to intrude. The Goodwin Mill Pond sits next to the 21,000-acre Paynes Prairie State Preserve here in Micanopy, Florida, and we have all sorts of wildlife that comes through here and comes and occupies our mill pond. I've walked out here on any given morning and come across deer and alligators and ospreys, blue herons, kingfishers, you name it. We live in a beautiful place. It's paradise. Just look around.